Om Namah Shivaya, and I welcome you all to this special Maha Shivratri Blessings coming your way reading. Thank you so much, first of all, to every tarot pal who's been a part of this community, your lovely messages and your engagement. If you've just found me through an algorithm search, I welcome you to my tarot pal community. We post 2 to 3 videos every week. So if you like tarot and divination guidance, I invite you to join me here on YouTube. Hit subscribe. And I'm also on Instagram, wherein I post daily tarot content. Bholenath is a very, very important aspect of my life. I have been his devotee and I've been doing Maha Shivratri Vrat for the past 18 years of my life. The first time I did Maha Shivratri was 13 years old, and thanks to him and his benevolence and his grace, I have been able to continue it for about 18 years now. So it does not matter whether you believe in Shiva or you do not, because we're doing an oracle and a tarot reading. This is more spiritual than religious. But if you do have a significance, or if you do resonate with his energy, then of course this just adds up to it, right? So you do not, again, I just want to confirm that you do not have to be a Hindu, you do not have to be religious to feel any of the spiritual connection that all of us, are here to get messages from, right? With that said, I am going to look at any blessings, guidance that Mahadev wants to bring us, in cognizance with. With that said, I am going to quickly do some energy clearing first. It's a special reading. And then we're going to show you your 2 different options, which are right in front of you, by the way. And we will start off with, so if you're wearing earphones, guys, just a quick heads up, this can be loud. You may want to reduce the volume. I'm going to play the singing bowl. And take some deep breaths while I play it. Okay, try to tune in to your higher self. Try to just take some deep breaths in and out. And give me a minute. I'm trying to place this here. Okay, perfect. And yeah, let's just get connected and grounded, okay? So lower the volume and here we go. I hope that helped you ground yourself and come into attunement. We are now going to look at the 2 options here. I'm going to quickly give you a close-up. So that is option 1, the yellow flower. And this is option 2, the white flower. Okay. Of course, you may feel drawn to both of them. You may want to listen to the entire reading. Go by what your intuition calls you to do. And I'm going to see you in your pile. Welcome pile 1, those of you who's picked this beautiful yellow rose. If you've skipped the introductions, just a quick reminder, if you like tarot and divination, I invite you to join me on my Instagram account. It is Tarot Pal and the link is in the description box below. You can book a personal reading with me by sending me an email. This is a special reading for Maha Shivratri. Do let me know if you are also fasting on Maha Shivratri. Like I shared with you all, it is my 18th year of Maha Shivratri and I absolutely love this festival. I love their story of Shiv Shakti. So do share with me what are your plans for Shivratri if you are also celebrating it. Even if you're not, and even if you're not somebody who's religious, as I mentioned in the beginning of this introduction, you do not have to be religious to be able to connect to the blessings. And whichever higher source you believe in, you can definitely tune into them, okay? With that said, we're looking at what blessings can we expect with this Shivratri coming on. And there is a special remedy that I'm going to share with you guys. It's a remedy that everybody can do. It's a ritual that everybody can do, and I strongly recommend you to try it during this Shivratri for your healing, for your spiritual ascension, for your manifestations. It definitely helps a lot. Okay, so stay tuned till the end of this reading. We will talk about that remedy as well, or the ritual as well. Okay, so with that said, for pile 1, everybody who's picked the yellow flower or the marigold, let us look at what blessings can you expect coming your way from Bholinath. Okay, we have the first card out. I'm only taking uprights. Wow, we have the 10 of cups to start with, the 8 of cups, and the 9 of wands. Interesting. Okay, the underlying energy here is the 8 of wands. All right, I hope you guys can see all the cards okay. Somebody told me in the last video the lighting was off, so do let me know if that same person's watching again, if this is visible. I do give a close-up of each of the cards, so I guess that should work out well. All right, what are the blessings that are coming your way from Mahadev? The first card out is the first card that I'm most drawn to, okay? The word that is coming into my mind is contentment and fulfillment, right? Now, this would mean different things to each of you. To some of you, contentment and fulfillment will come through an artistic endeavor. Some of you, it will come through a family coming together. For some of you, it will be just healing from something that you're chronically dealing with, right? So whatever contentment or fulfillment you need, especially in your home life, is what is as a blessing coming your way. Okay, for many of you, this actually with the 8-8, there's a reading that I've done on this channel called 8-8 Lion's Gate, right? You will find that it was the last August reading. So think about what is it that you initiated in August 2021, and something that you started as an energy or a mission or a project is going to come into fruition or success, or bring in a certain amount of contentment is the word, right? Success doesn't always have to mean financial success. It could mean that you feel great about it. It could mean people praise you. It could mean it gets a certain amount of recognition, right? So I recommend this pile to go watch the 8-8 reading of last year, and also look back into your life in August and see what energies were you dealing with at that time, right? Also, I've done a personal year live that I did, numerology reading. Somehow I just couldn't say that word, on my Instagram account. So just inviting you there again if those kind of things interest you, okay? The next blessing that I clearly see this pile dealing with is that you're walking away from something with the 8 of cups right here, which no longer helps you or keeps you content, but you're there because of certain kind of fears, or you just feel like, would it be okay if I walk away and move towards something else? Let me tell you this, Mahadev wants to tell you, it is not going to be an easy journey. You're going to have to fight a lot. You're going to be that odd man out. You're going to have to protect a lot of your value systems, but there is something intuitively that Mahadev has already shown you glimpses of, that you seek in life, okay? Now, this could be you're not happy in your current job, but you earn a lot of money and you're not really sure if that makes sense. And I'm not asking you to take any drastic steps. I'm asking you to start edging towards, or start taking action towards these dreams or these intuitive thoughts that you have. For others of you, rather for most of you, it feels like a relationship. If you know that a relationship is not giving you the contentment or the emotional fulfillment that you seek, but you've been fighting really hard for this, you've been trying to fight this battle, then Baba wants to, Mahadev just wants to ask you, I'm sorry, I keep calling him Baba, Mahadev, the Bholinath, different names, okay? The name doesn't matter. You have to connect to the energy. So, even though it feels scary, even though it feels like you don't know where you land up at, okay? If you're emotionally drawn to it, if you're intuitively drawn to it, go for it, okay? Because it will work out for you. That is a blessing that I see coming your way. You will walk away from something that is not emotionally fulfilling and walk towards what gives you emotional fulfillment, which will take a certain amount of resilience, but will tremendously pay off, okay? I hope that made sense for you, right? I'm going to look towards some moonology cards to see. For some of you who are, in that mind space of getting a child into your life or a pet into your life, that is also a blessing coming your way, right? So if you're trying to complete or fulfill your family, whatever that means to you, because I'm not somebody who says that every couple should have a baby, or I'm nobody to promote that. I don't believe in all of those norms. But whatever fulfillment means for your family life, that is clearly a blessing coming your way, okay? This pile, I strongly recommend work with moon. Mahadev is somebody who's also very much linked to the moon. Maybe you want to start Monday fasting. Maybe you want to connect to the energy of the moon through moon rituals, which again, we've discussed at length on our Instagram account. So I'm just going to skip that part and move ahead, right? So work with the moon phases. Check how your mood swings are around different phases of moon. There's so many rituals and ways in which we can connect to the power of moon, okay? Let us look at Moonology cards. We're going to also pull out some Sai Baba Oracle cards and wrap this up with some messages from the universe for you. If this reading has so far resonated or sounds like, yep, sounds like where my life is, I hope you've already hit the like button, because it does help me a lot. And do not forget to type Om Namah Shivaya in the comment sections below. It's a very, very, it's difficult for me to kind of articulate how connected or how protected or how important I find the energy of Om. So, and it's going to take us a decade to kind of get that conversation done with or more. So I'm just going to move to the next oracle card for you. Luck is on your side. Clearly, if you're betting on something and you feel like, oh my God, I really don't think things may work out, Mahadev wants to tell you, it will. It will, and you will be surprised how much support you receive. For many of you, it feels like it could be a creative endeavor, okay? You might be doubting, nobody gets lucky. It's such a competitive space. I don't know if others couldn't do it. How can I do it? Don't question so much, okay? You can do it, and you will. Of course, something may be coming into this blessing that we're looking at may come into fruition by the month of December, okay? Let's look at the next card. New moon in Leo. Wow, you guys clearly need to go back and watch the 8/8 reading, guys. There's also another reading that I've done, major themes and events of 2022. You'll find all of these in the description box below. Because look at, again, we're going back to that new moon in Leo, which is the 8/8 Lion's Gate, which we were just talking about. And I love how Spirit confirms it in different ways. We have two fire sign energies cards showing up here, right? Which both tell me, why are you questioning? Fire is basically taking action. Fire is going after something that you truly desire, right? And taking tangible actions for it. Both these fiery energies, of course, tell me you're questioning if you are worthy of it. And darling, you are. Just because nobody else has done it in your family does not mean you cannot achieve it, is an additional message for you, okay? Let us pull out one card from Sai Baba Oracle deck and see what Baba wants to tell you. For those of you who do not know, because I never assume, he's an ascended master of Shirdi, and you may want to read about Sai Baba if you still don't know who he is, okay? So, and oops, that literally flipped quick. Change is on your way. Okay, this is what brings me back to that 8 of Cups card, right? Change is good. And even though you've achieved a lot wherever you are, even though your career may be doing really well, if you're ready for it, it's time for, you see that night to day and day to night, right? Spring and seasons changing. Your current situation is not your destination, right? For better or for worse. It also talks about do not get extra attached to a certain script. Okay, very important. Don't be attached to sorry if you hear dogs and cats in the background. I have a lot of dogs and cats, and I don't want to pause the video for that, okay? So yeah, change is clearly one of the other blessings coming your way. If you've been feeling stuck, if you've been feeling, I don't know where things are going, I don't know how I'm going to work this out, it is all going to work out in your favor. But of course, nothing happens if you don't change or you don't shift or you don't take tangible actions. So you got to listen to your intuition. Again, I'm going to say work with the moon phases and it will work out wonders for you, okay? Let us look at any additional universe messages that we get, and we can thereby give you the final remedy or a ritual, a wonderful ritual that I feel you guys should try during this Maha Shivratri if you're especially fasting. And I don't know if all of you know about it, and if you do share in the comments below. If you did not know about it and you plan to try it, do let me know that as well, okay? All right, so let's see what universe messages you have. Own less, do more. We'll talk about this in a minute. And I want to take one more. Wow, that flipped. Inhale courage, exhale fear. Like I said, others do not have to see where this will lead. Others may not be convinced of your idea, but you need to know where you're going with it, okay? And pride is something that I feel this pile is struggling with, okay? Maybe you are over attached to your project or your relationship, and you think a failure or a success of that project or that relationship means a failure or success of you, which is not true. Your creation, your effort, your work is more important, and the experience is more important, because nothing is anyway forever, right? So if you can just accept that, I think it'll help you a lot to deal with whatever is scaring you of this change, whatever is scaring you of taking that tangible action that leads you back to that fulfillment that you've been hoping for. For any of you who need a certain kind of a support, I feel that will also come your way, but you have to take that first step, okay? Moving on to the last part of this reading, and I hope if you've reached this much, so far, leave me a comment below that says Om Namah Shivaya. Again, I wish you guys a wonderful, wonderful Shivratri. So what is this wonderful ritual or this remedy? I'm sure you already know that on Shivratri, we put water and raw milk and honey, all of that mix. Please don't waste milk. So a little bit of milk is enough. It's just symbolic. You don't really have to, I've seen a lot of people waste a lot of milk, come on. So just a little bit of milk is enough. Now, when you're doing that ritual of pouring the milk on Shivling, this Shivratri, you may want to gift in a temple, or if you have Shivling at your home, a set of silver nags. What does that mean? It's a silver snake. So you'll easily find it on Amazon. Silver snake, basically 2 snakes, small snakes made of silver, the element of silver. Silver is of course linked to moon, and moon is one of the most important elements that is governed by, planets governed by Mahadev. And of course, Nag is your ego, right? And why in a couple? Because it helps like bring in relationships better, and you surrendering your ego. So if you can possibly, which is why I've made this video sooner than Shivratri, there is, you may want to order it from Amazon. You may want to go to your local jeweler. It would not cost you a lot of money either. So small sized, it does not have to be grand, something that you want to gift to Mahadev or donate at a temple or at your home, 2 sets of silver snakes, okay? And I typically suggest that when you do these acts, don't do it for an intention of manifestation only. Like, I want this, give me this, so I'm giving you this. I personally do not recommend you to do that, especially with an energy like Mahadev. But do it with the intention of surrendering. Do it with the intention of karmic cleansing. Do it with the intention of devotion. And I'm very, very sure that Mahadev will bless you with, happiness, love, protection. I think he already does. He hardly seeks anything from anybody. But that's just an additional tip or an additional ritual, a remedy which will work wonders. Vishakha Nakshatra is where Ketu is, which is why, and again, another, significance of that. I'm not going into the astrology of this, but yeah, try it. Do let me know if you plan to. I wish you guys again a wonderful Shivratri. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome to those of you who's picked this beautiful white flower. At the end of this very reading, I'm going to give you guys a very special ritual or remedy which all of you can do regardless of your zodiac sign, regardless of your belief system, unless like you're just not religious, which is absolutely fine. Like I mentioned in the introduction, you do not have to be religious, you do not have to be Hindu to get something inspirational or beneficial out of this reading. Tarot is spirituality and not religion, okay? So what are we looking at? We're going to look at what blessings are coming your way for those of you who's picked pile 2, the white flower. I hope you've seen the readings which have already been posted, like the March. Sorry, I don't know why I said March. It's not been posted yet, but it's coming up next. Okay, the reading of the next 60 days in your career, what is next in love. There are many, many timeless readings, and you will find that in the timeless playlist, which is in the description below, okay? Let's look at what can you expect as blessings, or what blessings is Bholenath giving you, okay? Let's see. I'm going to take 3 cards, upright only. What blessings are coming for this pile? What blessings are we expecting for this pile? Wow, your card's taking much longer than pile 1. That is the first card out. This is the Nostradamus deck, for those of you who like to know. We had 3 extra cards that flip, but I'm not taking them. Let's see. Your underlying energy is the Queen of Swords. Wow. Okay. Fool. Okay. The 5 of Swords. The 2 of Pentacles. Okay. And okay. Don't worry if there's a lighting issue, because somebody told me in the last reading they couldn't see the cards. I typically give a close-up, guys. So hopefully you should be able to see all the cards. Okay. What are the blessings coming your way? First of all, something that has given you a lot of conflict, okay, mental stress is going away. Okay, you're finding the solution to it, and for many of you, the solution comes from actually your own self. You come up with a wonderful plan of how do you clear away whatever is creating conflict in your situation. Okay, so that is the first blessing. Now, it will apply obviously differently to different people, but you would know what is currently giving you a lot of mental stress, a lot of mental anxiety, especially related to, this way or that way kind of a decision. Should I go this road or that road? You're going to get your answers. All right. That's the first blessing coming your way. For many of you also, where you feel there's been a certain amount of coldness, detachment, stagnancy, because the Queen of Swords energy as the underlying energy typically talks about somebody who's very wise, analytical. She will not take any bullshit. And I'm just saying it does not have to be a she. It's just the energy that we're talking about, okay? But while she's so wise and she's so, cutthroat, perfect when it comes to coming to the right decision, coming to the truth, she can sometimes be a little cold and detached because of the experiences she's had in her life, and not so great experiences. Some of you are dealing with a karmic relationship, who's picked this pile, and the blessing is you get a fresh start in your life. You get to heal away from this push and pull to and fro energy, and you get a blank slate to begin your life with. The lesson is done. I'm sure some of you know, some of you don't. Lord Shiva also rules reincarnation, okay? He's the Lord of destruction. He's also the Lord of reincarnation, right? So he can bring something, which is why you've got this cyclic card here as well, which kind of sinks into it. There is a new journey that you're beginning. For many of you, this is spiritual. For many of you, this will be, for your professional life. For each of us, this will apply differently. But if you've been seeking a new start, a fresh, clean start in life, it is coming your way. An adventure is coming your way. For some of you, the blessing could be literally just traveling, okay? And traveling for work seems highly likely with the Pentacles and the Sword cards here. This card also is a Sagittarius energy, if that means something to you. Remember though, the Fool does not give you guarantees. Now, why am I saying that? That means it wants you to take a leap of faith, right? If you take the leap of faith, you will be protected. Whatever you're seeking will be yours. But you got to start. You got to take that leap of faith. You got to start walking towards what your heart desires fearlessly, without any guarantees that you're hoping for. And I don't know why this message is repeatedly coming up throughout quite a few readings now. Do tell me if that is the kind of phase that you're in. Don't seek guarantees in life. Just go for it and do it for the experience of it. And Bholenath wants to tell you that it'll all work out beautifully, okay? The blessing coming your way, like I said, is a clean start, a new beginning, and healing from everything that has perhaps somehow made you feel cold, or made you feel like as if life is not always fair, and people are bad, and all of us have had those experiences, right? And it's okay to we all wisen up from knowing what does not work for us and how people are, etc., etc. But that conflict that you're internally feeling, wherever it applies, conflict resolution is your biggest blessing this Maha Shivratri. Okay, let us look at some Moonology cards, and then we'll pull you a Sai Baba Oracle card as well, and wrap it up with some messages for the universe. If this is the kind of energy that you are in, and if this resonated, I hope you subscribe to the channel already. Hit the like button because it does mean the world to me. And do share with me what your Shivratri plans are. If you've skipped the introduction, it is my 18th year of Maha Shivratri fasting. It's a very, very important festival for me personally. So yeah, excited for it. End of a death cycle approaches. Like I said, I love how Oracle kind of confirms you're dealing with a conflict, right? It's been cold. It literally, some of you feel cold inside, okay? Some of you are dealing with something which is maybe making you feel cold. It is coming to an end, okay? Especially the month of July will be tremendously beneficial for some of you with the full moon in Capricorn, okay? Let us look at one more message. What blessings can we expect for this pile? Supermoon. Okay, I don't remember right now when the supermoon is, but I'm sure there is one in this year. So check when the supermoon is falling. Wow, that's my dog. Give me a second. The other blessing coming your way is clearly what is, linked to the first part, right? Whatever makes you feel hyper emotional, triggered. For some of you, you guys are at a stage in life where certain things are very triggering to you. You're ready to release the old baggage and again, get that clean slate. For many of you, this literally means going back to that childish, playful, happy person that maybe some of you feel like, I used to be a pretty easy person to be around, and life has just made me very hard. And yep, your emotions kind of come down to that place, okay? For both the piles, I've got this message of the moon clearly. So maybe you want to work at your moon phases, work with the moon phases. Also check where your moon is in your birth chart, because clearly that could be also playing a role. What transits are you currently going through? What aspects are your moon forming? Okay, because there clearly seems to be a heart chakra healing that this pile needs. Okay, but those are the kind of blessings that you're getting your way. Do leave me a heart emoji if you could resonate with the part that, the heart is toughening up, and somewhere the blessing that you need is, you want to forget the old things that have happened to you. You want to let go of the grudges and just start new. The message from Baba is, wow, silence. Okay, why is this a blessing? When you start observing things for as they are, when you start accepting things as they are, when you stop giving words to people, when you stop feeling triggered and you feel like, I want to give a reaction and I want to tell this person what they did wrong to me, there's so much peace that you get. Your biggest blessing, by the way, is peace. When you conflict resolves, what do we get? Peace. When our baggages are lifted, what do we get? Peace. So inner peace is what you're seeking. For this pile, I strongly recommend, at least on the day of Maha Shivratri, if not every day, spend 15 minutes in meditation. Okay, spend it in silence if you perhaps can, and if there's a wonderful green area around you, you may want to go out and take in some fresh air, but just give yourself some time with that due silence, that meditative mode, and try to connect to your own self. Okay, grounding would be very, very wonderful for you. Wow, your cards flipped quick. Gratitude changes everything. Free your mind. Love how this sums up, right? Maybe this day you want to just do a gratitude journaling as well. Okay. For some of you, I want you to start asking yourself, what did this conflict, this experience that you otherwise feel has hardened your heart and made you become a little bitter? It taught you something. It gave you something. It built your character, because adversity will always build character. If you'd like to share it with the rest of us in the Tarot Pal community, do tell us, how has life's adversities made you stronger? What kind of traits have you picked up in the past year or so through the difficulties that you faced in mind, right? Free your mind. Again, like I said, meditation is the message that is repeatedly showing up for you guys. If you can go into that Zen zone, if you can just connect to that silence, okay? Silence is the blessing that will come your way, all right? A lot of these, if you're dealing with a lot of drama for this pile, I want to confirm and affirm repeatedly, the drama is easing away out of life, okay? If you constantly feel like you're pulled into political battles, if you feel like people just become very triggered around you or within you, that is easing out, and that's a big, big blessing coming your way. If so far the easing has helped you and you found some resonance, some guidance, don't forget to subscribe, and I'm going to move on towards that general remedy or ritual that all of you can do on the day of the Maha Shivratri, especially if you're fasting and even if you're not. As you know, that silver is an element, is a metal that is linked with Shiva, right? It's linked with moon. So silver made snakes. Okay, you'll easily find this on Amazon, by the way, or at your local jeweler. You can ask them to make it. I found it on Amazon, so do check out Amazon site. I think you'll easily find it if you're in India. Silver made snakes, 2 small silver made snakes. If you can give it to your temple at the Shivling, or put it on your home Shivling if you have a Shivling at home, kind of talks about surrendering your ego, calming your life. And I would again strongly recommend, don't do it to get a manifestation or a desire fulfilled. With Mahadev, I especially feel like he's already doing a lot without any of us asking him for anything, right? He is not somebody who expects a lot, right? He's very easy to please God. He is called Bholenath, right? Which literally means that the innocent one. Do it because you're grateful, especially for this pile. I mean, come on, your message is gratitude. Do it out of gratitude. Do it because you connect to that energy, right? And of course, you just don't have to. This is just one of the remedies and rituals I strongly feel with the current astrological transits as well. Ketu transiting through Vishakha Nakshatra, which I'm not getting into right now, is very, very beneficial for all of us, okay? I wish that you will definitely share with me what are your plans for Maha Shivratri if you're celebrating it. Do tell us in the comments below. I'm super excited for this, as usual, every year. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Shivratri. I hope you check out the other readings, which are much more detailed than this, and you find some guidance and resonance there. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.